Alrighty then guys, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to another Microsoft Flight Sim dev session here on the Woozle channel. Let's go ahead and actually crack on where we stopped yesterday. So cracking on with the tray table upgrade to the CJ4 cabin. So let's do that and let's get things back going here, right? So let me quickly check here though. After we have done some stuff yesterday, let's continue optimizing, and also maybe today what we could do, mess with some textures and also with I believe with some coding, XML stuff maybe. Not really coding, right, but XML stuff. And some scripting stuff maybe, we'll see. So let's get the show on the road. And we'll also most likely take a look at our creation in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. So we're gonna load that model in. And then we can also check it out in the sim as well. All right, so I just noticed actually we should align this logo here also a little bit more though, to be fair. I think this is pretty much not centered correctly here down there, right? I think we could also adjust that here a little. For good. Adjust it for good. Like so. That looks better. It's looking more like in the center of this thingy there. I think actually over there we did that already, so wasn't sure. Here it looks a bit better though. Maybe a tad to the right here. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so then let's take a look once more at our table. So I was really thinking how we should handle that, right? We could actually also go ahead and do some animation to that to make it a little bit more fancy. However, this means a little bit of more complexity, of course. And might be a bit tricky, to be fair, to do it in the first place. Take us some more time there to get things done. But we could as well do it. Let me quickly check out the reference pics of the table again. So in this video yesterday, we've actually also seen how the mechanism works, right? So CJ4 interior. So we've also seen how the mechanism works, and I believe what we could do though we could at least do an animation in Blender and just, you know, prepare for an animation, right? We could at least animate it in Blender for now, according to the way we need to do it, so that we can quote unquote easily export it to Microsoft Flight Sim then afterwards at a later point in time. Or we could just go ahead and do this visibility toggle related to the fasten seatbelt sign first, and then we could still go ahead and do the proper animation then. So we could actually do both. I need to check, however, how this stuff works again with the retracting and the unfolding of that table, right? So we'll have to make some workarino there to make some things to, yeah, get this stuff going. Okay, so that's that. So let's get back into Blender, and I think I wanted to optimize here those edges a little bit. Some fine tuning here. And as you can see, it is a little bit... I think this actually... It's hard to see in the pictures themselves, but maybe this edge here is not that crazily bent here. So it might be a little bit softer though. So my idea was maybe just make a transition here. Transition into this element here, right? So then we have a little bit of a nicer transition here. So for that, I think what we should do. Oh boy, now I'm having that issue again with the shortcut here. Oh, there we go. So my idea was to make another loop cut here. Move it over there. Then actually, let me check the other side as well. We could just, in total, scale that a little bit more again. That whole table. Scale in the Y. Let me see though how that looks. Scale in the Y a little more. We can get to this edge here. Just check how that looks though. Okay, my bad. Let's scale here from the 3D cursor. Cursor to selected. That was not what I wanted to do. Cursor to active. Let me see though. Sometimes I'm also messing up here with some things. Just set the origin again of that part here. Cursor to active. Okay, that does not work either. What was it again? Cursor to selected also. No good. Let's make this one here. Let's make this one here the origin. Either way, we need to do a animation. So we need to set the origin here to the object itself, origin to 3D cursor. So we have the origin right there, right? Then we can move around it like that. And I think we need to just scale it a little bit more here. Median point, I think that's fine. Yeah, that looks better. Tiny bit. I think now it's pretty much good. I think that looks fine. Quickly check in here. I think that's more or less good. Yeah, I think we can save that. And also apply the scale, right? So that we have here scale set to, where is it? Item scale. Each dimension should be 1.0. So we have that set. Okay, so that's that. And let me also set the origin for the other stuff here. So we have that as well set for laters. Like to do maybe here. Fuck's sake. Let me quickly close that one down here. Okay. Good. So I would say here, let's cursor to selected. And let's make that here for now the origin of that part. And then the top part here as well. We could maybe make the origin that thingy here. There we go. Set origin, origin to 3D cursor. And now we are looking good, I think. That's fine. So now we can yeah, move things around a little bit better and don't have to worry about the other shebate. Okay, good. So then maybe let's get back here again. And let me see how we can make that a bit nicer, to be honest. Just checking out here real quick. Maybe a tad bigger. Maybe a tad. Just need a tiny little bit on the scale. I think we should be good with that. So we have a little overlap there, and let's see. And a little overlap there, just a bit here, bridging this gap. We're good. Yeah, that's okay. Save that. Set again here with Control A the scale. So 1, 1, 1 is set. Okay, so that was a little bit of a cleanup stuff here. Just needed to do that to have it nice and easy. Okay, then I would say, so as we cannot modify the actual cabin at the moment, so my idea would be actually to maybe select this loop here, double G, and then we just move it here to just this point where it starts to overlap, maybe here, where it starts overlapping, right? And then what we could do though, just thinking here now. Could stretch this out a little bit. There we have the bevel down there. Let me just try something here. So then we would basically get rid of this edge here. We could actually do that. So I would say what we should do though, we should activate the mirror mode again. So let's hide our top here. And I would say let's go ahead and also get rid of the strut here. Only that at the moment. And we'll just, kill half of it. And then we need our mirror helper again. So wireframe mode, box select, and let's kill that part here. Okay. What did I forget to select here though? This part. Let me check though. X-ray was toggled though. Okay, that looks better. So what we could do. So here's our thing. And then let's go ahead and close that one down here. Go Shift A, and then we will add a empty plain axis, and we call this again mirror helper. Just move that all the way down here out of the collection. And there we could say then for our tray table in the modifier section, we go mirror. Okay, actually it works now. Okay, so that's good. Actually, we don't need that then. Okay. Maybe there was some issue when we did the other thing. Anyway, okay, that's exactly what I wanted though. That's cool. I quickly check. I always get confused though with that part. Yeah, that's the clipping. Clipping we need to enable. Okay. Good. So then we can basically go ahead and modify one part, and it will be automatically mirrored then on the other side. So that's good. All right, so then let's go here and let's update that part here though. We could also select this one here, and then you could do some proportional editing as well. As you can see here, stuff is moving with that. And you can basically control the impact. Let me quickly see though. Smooth. Yeah. That's okay. Just that big here though. Proportional size. I guess it's just moving with all of them. Where's the proportional size? Just all the way up, cranked all the way up. That seems like a bug. Let me get rid of those here. Sphere smooth. It's actually what I wanted to do though. That's weird, to say the least. Let me quickly try with a different mesh here. It's also moving all the way. Okay, that's weird. Not sure. Because I don't see the proportional editing. Ah, there it is now. Okay. Wasn't there before. Okay, whatever. So basically, as you can see, you can now define your area that should be impacted by the whole change, right? So we could, for example, go ahead and say, okay, so just this area is impacted then. So maybe just until here. I have to do some work back there, but that already looks quite good. Could have also moved that one here, actually. So we lifted up that a bit. I'm not sure if that was a good idea though, to be fair. Let me just move it this way for now. Okay, I think that's quite good. Let's go back here and do some slight adjustments here though. And lift up here the mesh like so. A little bit higher and up. All right, so I think we're almost there. Well, so I believe to bridge this gap here a little bit, I think we need to move it up a bit, or maybe just enhance that part here a little bit, make it a little bit more square, to be honest. Just bring that up here. Then this one here just a little bit. I think otherwise it does not really work. Okay, let's maybe get rid of that part here. Now we've made some significant changes though. Need to align that here a little bit. So that's behind, let's say, the wall, right? So that does not really make a huge difference though. Could think about beveling that edge a little bit now. Oh, we can check that later. Okay, so our top part is also not impacting that. Let me just think how we could make this look a little bit smoother here. So it's still panning in here somehow with the existing one. So if we go ahead and do something like that. Sure, if that helps. Not really, does it? Some proportional editing again. Too much, maybe. So that could work. So here as well, that looks good, I would say. That's actually kind of perfect. That's actually kind of perfect, so I think I'm happy with that. Question is now, however, if we need another bevel here on that part. I think we can get away with that edge though. That edge that basically blends into the other thing here. I think that's okay, to be fair. I think we'll leave it at that, to be honest. I guess that's okay. I think that looks cool and realistic. All right, so we'll also once again apply the scale. 111, save that. Good. So we did some cleanups here, and we might have to do some optimization of that stuff here as well. Let's get rid of that. And we have to move that out here a little bit. So we have that layer here on top like we need. So that's okay. All right. Yep. So I think we are good again. Yep. All right. Good. So we could then as well think about the hinges or something that we need. Actually, we need to split now that part. So the part over here and that part. So let's call this one then. You know what? So I have this tray table. Let's get rid here of the parenting. Also from there. Don't really need it. So can call this a tray table. Strut at top. We could call this a main dot 001. Let's hide all those two things. And then we can call the other one a main 2 or something. So actually what we can do first is we could get rid of that middle part here. Right, because we don't need that anymore. Because we can actually close that part. So close that. Also close that, right? Mark seam here, and also mark a seam here. However, we still need to clear seam. Forget that. Need to check out once we're done how we can arrange that properly here. Okay, but anyway, we'll have to separate that part then from the other part. So gonna press P, and that's main 2 then. All right. And for main 2, we'll look for a swivel point here for new origin. So gonna go there and say set origin to 3D cursor. So we have that part then, right? Independent from the main part. And I think for the main part, we should also set our origin as well once again. I think we should set it to here, to this point. This will be our main swivel then. Set origin to 3D cursor like so. Set the scale again, also set your scale again. Rather do it more than less. Okay, so we got that. And actually, I think how let's see though. However, I think what we have to do, we have to pair. We also have to split the top. Sorry, I think we have auto split the top. 0.001. Because we need that separately, right? Selection, that's 002. And I think it would make sense to do a pairing here. I can move it all together. So gonna pair that to that. And gonna pair that to that. And we're gonna pair that to that. Right, so cursor to selected. So once I go ahead and fold that, the top section folds with that. And if I go here and say rotate, then also the other stuff rotates with that. And then actually I should also, well, the question is how it works again in MSFS with the, I think you need an empty for the rotations, right? I think. I have to check that though. I have to do the rotations and stuff with an empty. Yeah, but we could set that up once we need it, and then we can regroup that. Yeah, once we need it, as mentioned. But anyway, we could get a basic idea, right? So I think it works like so, that this one folds over, right? This one folds over like so. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this is still part of that. Clear that. No smokes. My bad. Yeah, that's better. Mesh merge by distance. Removed 0 vertices. Okay. Merge by distance 0. Okay, good. Cursor to selected. But yeah, that should work now. Yep. So that you fold it like that somehow. Right. And then you basically move the whole thing down in this compartment here. Maybe we should even replicate that stuff here. We could replicate that. Give me a second to just check the Yautaub again. Pizza. For the citation jet here. I think it was around 7 minutes in. So let me just show you that. So here it is. So here it gets pulled out, and here we have those hinges here, right? We have those hinges. The grill has her hands in the way. The grill has her hands in the way, sadly. So how does that work then? It locks in position somehow. So if we say here, rotate 90 degrees. Let me see if I can find another image or detail view here. Of the table. The table, the table. Okay, anyway, let me just try something else here, just to see if we're good on that. Rotate X. Minus 90. It's actually not too shabby. It's actually not too shabby though. That is actually quite good, I would say. That's actually quite good. Alright, so that's not too bad. So, maybe what we should do first, before we do the animation, we should, let's hide that, put those here as well. We should first deal with our strut here. Rotate minus 90 degrees, like so. Actually pretty good on that. Okay, so I would say, I think we're looking good here already. I think we're looking here quite good. Just need to scale it in the Y a little bit. It's rather flat up here. Okay, let me get rid of that here. I think we need to lift that part a bit more. So I think that is okay. I think that is okay as well. Maybe we need to move it over there just a tad. Maybe not. Maybe we're good there as well. Yeah, I think we're good there. Need one more here maybe. So we can go ahead and move that one here down to cover the existing mesh here as best as possible. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Okay, let's take a look from here, from that angle though. I think that should do the job, if you ask me though. We could still say, you know, could still say we're gonna bring that in here a bit more. Oops. Would make sense, wouldn't it? I think we got that nice and flush now. Alright, I think that's the best we can do here. It will be extended though through this lid here, so we have no means to animate that lid though. Unless we just animate one on top here. That's of course what we could do. But for now, I think we'll just leave it at that. So yeah, that blends in here, I think, pretty decently with the existing design here of the whole thing. So I think we're golden on that. What we need to do, however, is we need to extend this back part a little bit. Let's get rid here of the aircraft, so of the interior. So what we need to do is extend that stuff here a little bit more to the back. So actually we should do it like so. Maybe a bit more actually. Just behind that thingy here, because then we can basically attach our our panel to it. And I think that would work. If that would work. Okay, so there's our tray table though. Cursor to selected, rotate minus 90 degrees. Rotate minus 90 degrees. I have to clear the parent here first. It's not sure, maybe until here. Maybe a bit higher actually. Then this would fit pretty well. Like so, just glued together. Right. So I think that works. All right, and then we could say table strut and that one here. Set parent keep transform. All right. And then we could move around that for sure. Okay, cool. So that is that. And then table. Basically, animation would then be like that. You stretched it out here. To like whatever here, maybe. Then rotate that 90 degrees. Till we here. And then we would have our other thing here though. We're basically on it, right? Hopefully I did not mess up now this part here with the grills. But I think this one is now moved a little bit more to the right, so I think we should not run into issues with the grills. That should be still good. All right. I think we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're getting there. Looking more and more like the real thing. However, to be honest, I have to still look at my other model, how the animations work again in MSFS. So we need to mess around with some NLA tracks, but I think to animate things you need to use a MT, I believe. I could be wrong though, but I have to check my other model. We should check the Eugene model. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, so I have all things aligned, and I think the next part would then be to either check out how this animation works, or what else we could do though is we could just make some basic textures, right? For that, maybe also fire up GIMP and look for the wooden texture as well. That ships with MSFS. However, I'm not really sure if we want to do this table in the same wooden texture like the rest of the interior. Maybe we should do some other texture for that. And to be honest, I think high black gloss and this leather on top here, white leather thingy, that looks quite classy. Maybe we should stick with that, to be fair. I think we don't need wooden texture on the whole thing itself, right? So I think we do need it. Okay, let's scale everything again after we did those changes. Save that down. I think we need to do some UV unwrapping again, actually, to be fair. If we separated now some stuff, so maybe we should do that. So we're good on those here, so we can hide those for now. Also hide that, hide that. Let's start with that one here. And do some UV unwrapping here, UV editing. See what we have. Actually, we should also apply the modifier though now. Apply the modifier here for that one. Set scale again, okay. It's good. Let's quickly see what we have there. I think we did just the lower part there last time. We did this inner shell here though. I think that should be okay. I think we don't need anything more. Let's see, let's unwrap that once again. Yeah, I think we're good on that. So it is... bit of a bigger margin is maybe better in that case. Okay, so I think we're good on that. I think that's fine. Can hide that. Tabletop we did. Let's check out the strut here. I think there are no seams left. Oh no, there are. My bad. I think we're still good on those, to be honest. Unwrap. Yeah, that looks good. Not too stretched here. Here it looks a little bit strange, to be honest. Why is that? It's good there. Because of this bend here, could be. Clear seam. Let me just see how that looks. It's also a bit strange, to be fair. Oh, there's actually some tiny overlap here. That could have been why. That should be cool now. Okay, so those work out. The other ones I need to fix as well. Not a big deal. Actually, those are N guns right there, so we could also go ahead and fix that up, right? To be honest, could as well merge those together here. Well, then we have some shaded triangles, unfortunately. So now we have some here. And I think we are good on that here. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. And we have those. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let me just see here though. You face in here. And 3. Okay, normals. Recalculate outside. Okay. So I think that part is cleaned up here. Quickly unwrap that once more. Yeah, I think that looks good now. So I think we are good. All right. That's the same thing now on this side as well. So mesh. Oh, let's recalculate outside. Okay, maybe we should also apply the scale and then recalculate again. Okay, so that is fixed as well. The handle looks still a bit strange, to be fair. Make some adjustments here, maybe. Maybe we cannot move it too much further in because of the existing structure that we have. I'd rather move that out here a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Just needs to be in the okay area. Well, I think we'll just leave it. I think that's fine. All right, quickly check in again, unwrap. There's no overlap now. There's also not too much stretching going on. So I think we are good on that front as well. Okay, save that, we're good. All right, then the last part, that one here, double check in again. Also need to apply a modifier here as well. So we can quickly check what's going on there. So I don't think we need that part. Clear seam. I think we're good. Stretching, nothing there. It's good. Yep, I think we're good. I think we're good on all parts. So then let's align the parts again, and then we could check once more. Display all parts. So we have it. Unwrap. Here we are. Or maybe we should do them in one go, like we just did. Just see where things are. Yeah, those are the ones for that. All right. To be honest, you know what? Okay, we got that. Let's do it this way. That's better. So then we can have more control over it, I believe. If we say pack Allens now, and we still get them somehow in here. Okay, so those are the ones on top. So those need to be a bit bigger, for sure. Also those here. Let me just put it here, and we still have some more space available if we need to do some stuff. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think we could do it. We will export the UV layout again. Export that. Should mark all here, export UV. All right, good. Then I think what we could do though again is go to the paint mode, texture paint, and quickly paint that once more. Just to get an idea, and we should get rid of the previous shibboleth. Like so. And we go white. Back to object mode. Select that. Texture paint. Paint that as well. Should be good. All right. So theoretically with that setup now, we could go ahead and export that and take a look at it in a flight sim. So maybe we should do that as a final step for today. So let me save that image as well. Image is saved. We will also check now. Let me see though. Got that. Select objects. everything should have a material, hopefully. I think that looks good. So what we could do now is we have a color for everything set. Save that out once more. We could say here, select all objects here. We're looking good here as well. And then we could say here, export. And we could call that now, let's see, we call that now. Actually, we should export that with the whole cabin. Cancel that once again. Export. Quickly just do a backup here for the cabin. Backup. All right. So you haven't seen my export dialog, but basically I exported now the stuff. And now, so I just exported a GLTF now for my cabin. Let's see if you can see. The Visual Studio Code here. Now you can see, so we scrolled all the way down till we hit that part here, and here we have our two textures in. So I'll get rid of my texture export folder. Tray table. Okay, I did not call it albedo though. That's a bit of a bummer. Just fix that. Select objects, and we'll export it again. All right. Export. Goddammit. Need to select everything again, select objects, and then export it again. All right. Actually not sure why. Anyway. Just trying again because that renaming for some reason did not work. But maybe that's a bug. Nah, it's still there. Okay, we'll just leave it at that for now. I will copy those over actually. Into my texture folder here. Let's copy that. All right. Good. Then we have the cabin. I think that looks legit to me. All right. So then I would say, as we have that, I will quickly build my project. Then hopefully we could take a look at that in the sim. Just checking that I have everything in here. Yeah. Into the community folder, we'll drop it. And then I will start the sim, and then hopefully we can see some table. All right, saving that. Let me start the sim now. So while the sim is starting, I think we could finally do a quick double check here. I think we could. Have a quick break. Let's see what's going on in interwebs. What is going on? Okay, so the sim is loading. Let's wait for it to fire up. Quickly checking what is actually going on VATSIM today. Are there any events today on VATSIM? I will quickly check that. So looks like we have Bremen online. We have Frankfurt as well. And we have Paris. It's also staffed. Going ham. Oslo is staffed as well. Let's quickly check VATSIM events. Sofia Sunday from Sofia, Bulgaria. There we go. Havana Sunday. No, it's no special event actually today. Nothing really special going on. That was the sound. Takes ages to load. Oh shit, that does not look good. I think we're missing the cabin now. Yep. We're missing the cabin now. This is not good. So let me check what could be the issue there. I exported some things here by mistake. Hopefully not. Let me quickly check just to make sure. Okay, that's 003. Then we're good. Should be good on that, to be fair. Just checking here the files again. Okay, let me go ahead and select the objects again. Export again. Info panel. That's the tray table. Texture. That looks good. So I think from that side that works. That's okay. Let me check the models here real quick. Cabin is also there. That looks all fine. All right. So I think we're good on that. Let me save. So what else have we done? We have also modified the grills. So we have modified the red hat grill and the blonde grill. That looks good to me. That actually looks all good to me. Okay, let's copy that over again to the community folder. I don't think there's an issue. Don't actually think there's an issue. All right, save. We're checking the layout XML as well. Okay, let me quickly check my my backup here, just to compare. Yeah, I think we should be good. What the heck? Let's start again. Let's start again the sim and we'll see. If it doesn't work, then I will just build it with just the grills first, without the table. And we go from there. But I don't think it has an issue with the table, though. I don't think, but who knows? There's something that I forgot to do. Okay, waiting for it to load. All right, let's see. See if there's any change. I think we're still facing the same issue there. Yeah. Pit is still not there. All right, then I think we need to do some more troubleshooting on that. But yeah, I might do that off stream and tell you in the next episode. Or I'll be back later and we'll do it together on stream. Depends. But I need to go now, so thanks for watching and I will see you then for the next one. Cheers and see you next time. Bye bye. Woes loud.